Hello everybody, welcome to another What's Next video here in North County, San Diego, California. And I am in Deleuze Canyon. My name is Ricky and we're going to have another What's Next video going on today. And it's kind of a garden update, pretty much a garden update. Those who I follow and follow me, we watch each other's gardens. And this year I'm growing this giant Tahitian squash. And it's not ready to come out. It's a winter squash, but it's giant. And as you can see, the thing is taken over all the way down the hill, way down there. And it goes way over there. And that is only 2 plants. So if you're new to my channel, I will put a montage about this monster giant Tahitian squash when it's closer to the time of harvest. But as you can see, they are fairly large. Look at the size of the one back there. That thing is huge. That fence is 2 feet tall, and that is from the ground to the top there. Probably weighs about 25 pounds. Well, I would say 20 pounds. Because one like that down there that was stuck in the fence weighs 8 pounds. So that thing there was about 4 times as big. The goju berries here are, they're not doing much right now. I've never seen a blossom on this thing. It's really young. I got it from rootstock, so it'll probably be another year before I see berries on this tree or this bush. All of my wonderful manganji peppers, I've been eating them. They're pretty much done for the season, at least for this part. And then my beautiful Anaheim chilies, those things are so pretty. And I'm about ready to harvest those too. You can see, look at the size of that Anaheim chili in there. That's real pretty. And then, of course, I have been using these pepperoncinis. I've canned about 4 jars of these now. And these are prolific and they're delicious. They're not, this is a real sweet variety. They're not hot, but I have another variety right here. These little boogers have got a little bite to them. So that's good. Eggplant is looking pretty nice in the back. I'm happy with those. They're kind of hanging in there. They're not a big variety. They were a smaller variety. And then, of course, all the strawberries that were here are no longer there. Earlier videos, I kept saying I was going to clean this area up, but I finally got around to doing it. And this is the strawberry containers that had dead strawberries or weeds in them. And now today's mission is to repot all. This is my smokeless fire pit. To repot, these are all going to compost. This is compost stuff. And this are all the strawberries that I'm going to repot. And these is a very ever-bearing type variety. They're really good. These all came from the ground. These are all volunteers from the shoots that these guys have put out that I neglected for a long time. But the way I propagate these is pretty simple. If you look at one of these little nubs here, they will send out a feeler. It'll get way out here. And that little feeler, the nub at the end of this, goes into another pot. And I keep cloning these. So I don't start them from seed. I let them clone themselves. And for me, that's plenty for the whole season. Early videos showed my tree tomatoes and my tomatillo trees, and that's what a baby one looks like. It's from a cutting, and we're going to grow these this year. All of these used to have tree tomato trees in them. We relocated them on the farm, and I'll take you down the road and let's look at them now compared to what they were. They were up to here 20 feet tall, but we put them in the ground and trimmed them out. Now they look like they should look, and they're just really fruiting really well. But in place of these now, this is a trick. These saucers down here are meant for water heaters. They're like impervious to the sun. They're very UV resistant. They're kind of flexible. You can tie them together by the drain pipes if you'd like, and then you can actually have a level set of water through all of them if you would like. And one of the things that happen is that they provide a constant source of water for this tub, which I have an organic compound of soil and perlite and other things. And this is growing lettuce. This is going to be curly lettuce. This is curly lettuce. This is a mixture between curly and freckle. And this is going to be spinach, and this is red lettuce. Now the water down here can be of concern if you're not careful. You have to keep an eye on it. If you start seeing mosquito larvae, the best thing to do is throw a little bit of mosquito bits in there, which is a larvicide, and it will kill the larvicide within 24 hours, and you won't have mosquitoes in here. So that's important that you don't propagate mosquitoes along with your lettuce. You can grow strawberries in the pots for a long time. These are over 6 years old. Not each one of the strawberries are 6 years old, but this particular variety and this mother plant, because it has been cloned continuously for the last 6 years. I have not done anything but take babies from each one of these, and every couple years split them out and to new pots, and then I get a whole nother grouping of these wonderful strawberries, which are ever bearing, and they give me strawberries all year long. They are a really great variety. So now I'm going to clean them all up and get them ready to be set up in my garden for springtime. Next, we screen out this to make sure there's no weeds into my Pro Mix, which is into this bucket here. Add a little bit of compost, which is in this bucket here, and a little sand, which is in this bucket here. Separate all of them. Use this empty container here that we've already sieved out to put all of my new babies into, and then repot everything in brand new pots. Okay, now I'm going to split up these strawberry plants, and I'm going to lay each one up so they're individually ready to be planted. So that's the next step. And just a couple hours later, there we go. The next day, it's going to be getting 105 degrees for the next 2 days here in Deluxe Canyon. And I'm going to close the video out with this. This is 40 of my strawberry plants, my everbearing. They've all been transplanted. They all look like they're doing well. They're not shocked. Maybe that one in the corner looks a little sad, but all the rest of them look real happy. They've all been inoculated with a little bit of my compost, which gives that potting soil inside these little boogers, that stuff, that mix that I put in there, a little extra boost with some organisms that naturally grow in the ground. These will be buried halfway. I'm going to be doing it with rock and sand. So all of these will be buried halfway along rows so that I can manage them for the next year or two. They love to have the bottom of the half of this plant buried into the ground. The water, it stays cool for the roots. It also keeps the water level kind of balanced within the plant itself. So they grow really nice, healthy berries. And I didn't notice, but my goodness, looks like these eggplant are doing pretty good. Oh, this is so disappointing. These are my containers that I grow my lettuces in, and I usually start them right about now. It gets real warm, but by the time they get rooted, it cools off and they start growing for my winter. This was spinach. It was about 1/16 of an inch high. They're all gone. This was red lettuce. Same thing. They're all gone. Down here, curly lettuce. They were a good 1/16 of an inch high, and they're all gone, except for one. And how do I know what was in here? By looking at the way that piece of lettuce was chewed and how it was picked off. That's how big they all were all in there. That's from a bird. These birds land in here and just eat away. Birds like little things, little lettuces and stuff. So what do I do about that? Well, I'll replant them, and then the tops with a piece of metal mesh fabric, just like this. This wire fabric will do the trick. It'll keep them from eating my little plants. Once they get up about an inch, they don't eat them. It's just when they're really, really babies, they just chew them up. High protein content, or the nutritional value must be really good. That's why they pick them. Well, if I was a bird and I was hungry and I wanted some good food, I'd eat them too. Of course, I think I'm going to have to harvest these pepperoncini. That's what these are, pepperoncini. I'm going to have to harvest them before the 105 degree weather. I don't think they will like that 105 degree weather, but I want to harvest them while they're still tender. And that'll be the end of the video. Thanks for watching.